think for 1 second that I don't know that you're the reason me and my girl split up. And don't think that you're not going to pay for it either.
Last night's Unforgiven was definitely one for the books. And the road to Cyber Sunday starts right now. This is your barbecue-loving friend Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler, the King of Memphis, bringing you live action, Monday Night Raw style.
Every superstar in the locker room wants to be a part of Cyber Sunday, JR.
You're not wrong, King. And the best way to do that is to make an impact here tonight.
Making an impact is what the Raw superstars do best. I can't wait to see what happens tonight.
Oh, come on now. What's he doing here? He's not involved in this match.
Maybe not officially, JR, but it looks like his presence is going to be felt here tonight.
Well, you can say that again. This is a damn muggy.
He just took one heck of a beating, and he's not even in the ring yet.
That's not going to improve his odds of victory here one bit.
You can say that again. He might as well not even bother competing tonight.
And despite the assault we just witnessed, I don't think we can expect this man to have any mercy for his opponent.
And I don't blame him. Whether he was in on that ambush or not, it just made his night a whole lot easier. I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
That's the name of the game, JR. You got to keep moving. No dog ever peed on a moving car.
Oh, that's a lovely image, King. I'd ask you where you come up with this stuff, but I don't think I want to know, quite frankly.
1, 2, 3.
I don't think that these superstars have even...
I'm amazed that he can even walk away from the ring after that, quite frankly.
And he's just barely walking away, JR. It looks like that leg might be injured.
I wouldn't be surprised. The match was brutal enough, even without the ambush before.
I don't even know why he went through with it. He might have been seriously injured.
It's because he didn't want to let the WWE fans down, King. He's got an awful lot of heart.
He's got a lot of heart, all right. Too bad it's not pumping any blood to his brain.
Wow. I'm really sorry that I've got such a crazy ex-boyfriend. I know you've got a non-title match against him, and I'd like to manage you, if that's okay. And I'd definitely be up for spending some time together after the show.
Welcome to Raw, everybody, where Cyber Sunday is just over a month away. This is good old JR Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler at ringside. And tonight, folks, it's all about payback for one superstar.
He could have avoided this whole situation if he wasn't chasing another superstar's girl.
Well, first of all, King, they're no longer together. And second, I don't think he had any involvement with her whatsoever.
Maybe you're right, but I don't think these guys are interested in listening to reason.
You look up delusional in the dictionary, and you'll see this man right here. He's blaming his recent breakup on his opponent.
He might be delusional, JR, but that doesn't make him any less dangerous.
This is a surprise. He's coming out here with his opponent's ex-girlfriend. Let the head game begin.
That's like waving a red flag in front of a bull, JR. Didn't he get a bad enough beating last week? They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat.
I think he may get the 3 count here.
1, 2, 3.
I think to be the next superstar to cross that line.
No kidding. I don't think I've ever seen him this angry.
And I have a bad feeling in my Oklahoma guts that this isn't over.
Normally, I'd say you just ate too much barbecue, JR. But I think you're right. This is personal now.
And that makes everything more dangerous for everyone involved.
Absolutely. This is going to get a lot worse before it gets better.
Hey there, Mr. Number One Contender. Your partner asked me to manage the two of you tonight, and I said I'd be happy to do it. He's such a good friend. And in case you were wondering, that's all he is to me. Hint, hint.
Welcome to Raw, where we're less than 4 weeks away from Cyber Sunday. This is good old JR Jim Ross, here with the Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler, the King of Memphis at ringside, and tonight, the champion meets his number one contender in tag team action.
Sparks are going to fly, JR. These guys are looking to get any advantage they can over each other.
A victory here tonight would be a huge boost heading into Cyber Sunday.
And whoever loses is going to have his work cut out for him between now and then.
He's the number one contender, set to lock horns with the champion in this tag team match. What should we be looking to do here tonight, King?
First and foremost, defeat and embarrass the champion, which is easier said than done. Second, learn all he can about the champ's strengths and weaknesses.
There's some evil intentions in the eyes of that man right there.
There it is! Spear! You gotta give him credit for that one, JR.
Oh, sure.
Now the fans start to cheer for him. Now that he's in, he's going for the pin.
1, 2, 3.
I don't think these two would mind getting another piece of the champ.
Yeah, but he'd be an idiot to give it to him right now. I think I'd rather get a piece of...
Easy there, Uncle Jerry. This is a family show.
Come on, JR. He's a professional. You seriously think he's going to bust up a successful team over a woman?
It sure wouldn't be the first time.
What? Being the number one contender isn't enough? You've got to try to make me look like an idiot in a tag team match too? If you're really as good as you say you are, how about you meet me in the ring this week, one-on-one?
I was gonna wish you luck in your match this week, but I guess you probably don't want it, do you? What do you need luck for? Everything's going your way. Must be nice.
I'm so sorry, but I'm not going to be able to manage you this week. I kind of got something else going on. But I'm sure you're going to do great. Oh, and if you see your partner, you might want to talk to him. He seems kind of upset about something.
Cyber Sunday is less than 3 weeks away, and you can feel the electricity in the air. This is Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler, and the number one contender is in action here tonight.
Apparently, he didn't like what his opponent was saying about him, and he's going to do something about it.
I just hope he doesn't let this distract him from his championship match at Cyber Sunday.
Hey, if you want to be the champ, you've got to be prepared to take on all comers, JR.
He's Raw's number one contender going into Cyber Sunday. And tonight, he faces a superstar who could be worthy of that title himself.
Could be. He is worthy of it, JR. And that's exactly what this match is about. Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well, then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want to ruin the ending for you.
You're too kind, King. You're also full of horse manure, as far as I can tell.
1, 2, 3.
We've just received word that something's going on backstage.
Let me go!
Just tell me what he's got that I don't.
You're hurting my arm!
Listen, I know if we just spent some more time together, you'd come around.
This is sick.
In fact, that's exactly what I've got planned.
Talk about someone who needs to get set straight. And I think I know just the superstar to do it.
I know you and your partner are on the outs, and I heard he's going to be at ringside this week, but don't use him as an excuse for why you couldn't beat me. Unless you want to look like an even bigger loser than you're going to be already.
I know you were a little worried about last week, but don't be. Everything's going just fine with us. But you and me, we need to talk. I've got a few things on my mind, so I think I'll sit in on your match as a special announcer.
Cyber Sunday is less than 2 weeks away. This is Oklahoma's own Jim Ross, along with the King of Memphis, Jerry Lawler. And folks, the number one contender has got to be beside himself after what happened last week.
Yeah, it's a shame what happened to his girlfriend, but he can't let that distract him from his championship match.
How can he not? She was kidnapped by a superstar he thought he could trust.
All I'm saying is, the championship is either your top priority or it isn't. And if it isn't, forget about holding it.
He's got a championship match in just over a week, so he can't afford to suffer an injury here tonight.
And it's not just his opponent he's got to worry about. That low-life ex-friend of his is supposed to be around here somewhere. I don't know, but I wish I did, just so I could stay the heck away from there.
You and me both, partner. I got a case of the limbertail just sitting this close to him.
I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess they're right.
Someone get this guy a straitjacket. He's completely lost it.
He's crazier than a bag of foxes, and that only makes him more dangerous.
I know the number one contender has to prepare for his title match, but something's got to be done about this guy.
Well, if he's going to do it, he'd better do it soon.
For his own sake, as well as for Torres.
Yeah.
Cyber Sunday is just 6 days away. It's good old JR Jim Ross and my Hall of Fame partner Jerry the King Lawler at ringside, and the right to be named number one contender for Cyber Sunday is on the line tonight.
Yeah, in a last man standing match, and the championship match is less than a week away.
It seems to be the only way to settle this bizarre situation.
Yeah, but it pretty much guarantees that whoever wins tonight will lose at Cyber Sunday.
What started out as a straightforward run at the championship has turned into a nightmare for the #1 contender.
And this last man standing match is his one and only chance to take care of business. If he loses, he can kiss his girl and his championship match goodbye.
You think you know?
Well, it seems like he's accepted the challenge, but where's Tori?
I've got the feeling that if he wins this last man standing match, we might not find out.
If they didn't go all out.
Well, that's easy for the fans to say. They've never set foot inside that ring.
No, but they spend their hard-earned dollars to watch what goes on inside it. And without them, we'd all be out of a job.
2,
These fans love confidence in their superstars. And that's just what they're seeing from him here tonight.
Well, he can do this until the cows come home, but that's not going to win him the match.
8, 9.
Oh, here we go. What a
I don't think anyone's happier about the outcome of this match than this young woman right here.
You can say that again, but I hope he's got something left in the tank, because she looks to be in a celebrating mood.
Congratulations, but I've got to say, you don't look like you've got much left.
Well, I hate to agree with it, but
You better not use this as an excuse when I beat you this Sunday. You got me?
Hey, you! Listen, there's a big movie opening that we can go to this weekend, and the GM's trying to get some superstars for an autograph signing. We should go to one of them, or maybe even both. What do you think? Hey, champ! Oops, I guess I can't call you that quite yet. I'm so proud of you, and I know you're going to win tonight. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to be there in person, but there's something else I got to do.
it's Cyber Sunday, and Raw is live on pay-per-view.
The champion is ready for battle.
And I only hope the challenger can say the same.
After that last man standing match, I'm not so sure.
We'll find out tonight when two of Raw's best square off for the championship.
Time for us to stop throwing down. Take a look and see who's standing now. It's time for us to stop throwing down. Look and see who's standing now. Didn't even know that you were not.
He's faced tremendous odds, including a backstabbing ally and a kidnapped girlfriend. Does he have enough left in the tank to win here tonight?
The championship is a powerful motivator, JR, but everyone's got their limits. I don't like his chances.
He's the best that Raw has to offer, and the championship he holds is the proof.
And unlike the challenger, he's rested and ready for this match. I can't imagine any way he could possibly lose. He countered that one perfectly.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible... Oh, no! I don't like the looks of this!
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out. You're putting a lot on the line when you climb that turnbuckle.
Uh-oh. Come on! You gotta stop it!
Look at the confidence radiating off this superstar.
All I see is an overconfident superstar who's throwing away the match by not following up.
Look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat. You talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... Oh, go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker. What an incredible performance by these phenomenal superstars.
Did you expect anything less, JR? I mean, look who's in the ring right now.
No, I didn't, King. I had high expectations, and I'm happy to say that this match has exceeded them all.
Randy Orton is a genius, JR. As soon as he got what he needed from Triple H and Ric Flair, he turned on him and struck out on his own.
I think you've got a selective memory there, Kingfish. I seem to remember Triple H and Ric Flair turning on Orton and knocking some of the cockiness out of him when they did it.
Well, if that's true...
Oh, boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something, quick!
He countered that and made it look easy. Oh, would you look at this. Talk about arrogant. It's sick.
Come on, JR. It's not enough just to win a match. You've got to make it clear who's the dominant superstar.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me. What does he think he's doing? He's just showing off for the crowd now.
He's wrestling the match his way, and I think it's going to pay off, mark my words. Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want.
Oh, boy. This is getting nasty, JR.
That's for sure, King. These superstars will stop at nothing to obliterate each other right here tonight.
I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up.
Well, that's easy for the fans to say. They've never set foot inside that ring.
No, but they spend their hard... Oh, boy! Of all the things that can happen to you in a ring, that's got to be one of the most painful.
No kidding, JR. That's some very delicate equipment down there. You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage...
My God! What a brutal assault! And yet, I have to admit, the strategy is sound.
It's not the fanciest move, JR, but driving your opponent's head into an exposed turnbuckle like that sure does take the fight out of him. After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars are trained professionals.
And even they don't walk away from every match in the best shape.
They sure don't. We've seen more than one superstar taken out of here on a stretcher.
any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't. And there's a little something for the crowd. The best superstars never ignore their fans.
The best superstars also finish off their opponents instead of giving them time to recover. You can look at any professional sport you want. Check this out, JR. Hit it first, right into that uncovered turnbuckle.
You talk about a merciless assault. This was just brutal. This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow, could you be any more biased, JR? How about some fair and balanced commentary?
These superstars are in terrific shape, and that comes as no surprise whatsoever.
No kidding. If you don't have that...
The spirit may be willing, but the flesh is weak. I don't think any human being could keep this up for long in that condition.
What a counter! So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, I hope he's not looking for a weapon. That could do some serious damage. I'll be honest with you, King. This is not the way I thought this match...
Look at that! He's bleeding like a stuck pig!
The referee had better get in there and take a look at that. We may need to stop this match.
Stop the match? Are you crazy, JR? It's just getting interesting.
I'll tell you what, King. The WWE superstars are about the greatest athletes you'll find in any sport, period.
What do you mean, just about, JR? Can you actually think of anywhere else that you can see athletes of this caliber?
I was just going for a little humility there, King. I'm not surprised it was lost on you.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my...
Can his opponent kick out of this pinning predicament?
2, 3.
I've got a feeling.
He did it! By God, he did it! Paul has a new champion!
I don't believe this! How the heck did he pull that off?
I'm as shocked as you are, King, but the proof is right there in that ring.
He shouldn't have even been able to stand, and now he's the champion.
This might have been the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
I don't care how you feel about it. Anyone who comes out on top after all that deserves the gold.
You can say that again. As far as I'm concerned, he's the greatest superstar in all of sports entertainment.
And he's a Raw exclusive. The best of the best.
Congratulations, champ! I'm so proud of you. I've already made the arrangements for a big victory party for you. You're going to love it. I also sent you some photos that I think you're really gonna love.